Alright, so here we are in the game, the ship port. Just played my worst game in the Z39. But I want to talk about commander skills because I got a few people in my clan that are new. So I know there's some new people out there. And again, there's people like Notser and others who have talked about commander skills, but a lot of new players out there coming in. You guys may not know about all these, the program, the community contributor program, and people that just out there promote the game. So you have the ability to get a 19-point captain like I got here, and that gives you basically a choice between these. So it takes 1 skill point to get anything in this line, it takes 3 to get anything in this line, 7 to get in this line, or 6 to get anything in that line. Then it takes a total of 10 to get anything in this line. And then once you get to 10, you start building up. You obviously can take whatever you want until you get all your 19 points used. So starting out really with the 1 skill point things, we have priority target. I don't find this very useful. To me, it just gives you information that you can use. It just tells you how many people are actually shooting at you when you're detected or have their crosshairs on you. Not a big deal for me. If you're in a battleship, okay. Cruiser, okay. Destroyer, if you got this on a destroyer, you're wasting points, because if you're spotted as a destroyer, you're not doing a very good job. So to me, that is just a waste of point. Preventive maintenance, I take this in everything. It gives you basically 30% reduction in risk of your modules being incapacitated, which 30% more of the time having all my modules, which is AA, torpedo, launchers, main armament, steering, whatnot. 30% is a big deal in this game, and that keeps you running for a while. Alright, expert loader. If you've got your guns fully loaded and you got this, it'll increase your time by 50%. Not bad. Don't really need it on a destroyer. Battleships, cruisers that want to switch back between AP and HE, this might be a good idea for you right here. Aircraft servicing expert. Well, if you're an aircraft carrier, there you go. As you see, it increases your time for everything. Get everything out there, and even gives you an increased amount of aircraft HP. Not bad. If you're in a cruiser, battleship, and you want extra spotting rate or spotters, you take this skill right here. This allows you to have 2 catapult fighters instead of 1, and it does slow them down a little bit, as you see, by 20%, but gives you an extra aircraft. Kind of nice, especially if you're in a cruiser, it doesn't have radar, and you're able to take the spotter plane. You take 2 of these, and it'll help you detect torpedoes when they're coming at you if you don't have hydro. Again, if you're in a aircraft carrier, this will help your fighters. This is dogfight expert. Gives them more health and more ammunition per plane. I find it to be really good in high tier situations. And no, I don't have a high tier aircraft carrier. Incoming fire alert. This one is okay. I mean, if you're paying attention to what's going on, you know you're going to get shot at. You just wiggle your ship and you avoid it, but this tells you when you're being shot at from a long range, so you can turn ahead of time. And evasive maneuver. You're an aircraft carrier. This will help you avoid being, basically help you avoid from being shot down. So I think this one's not a bad gig. So Looks like it reduced detectability of attack aircraft. So, you know, this is a pretty good idea. When you attack aircraft, HP is increased by 75%, but you lose airspeed. So, I find that to be kind of useful for aircraft carrier. So, our 2 points right here. High alert. Damage control is increased by 10%, so you can actually use the damage control party faster, so it doesn't take as long to reload. Not a bad idea for battleships. Jack of all trades. This skill here reduces the reload time of all consumables by 5%. Consumables are the ones that you have to purchase at the end of every game. So if you're taking a destroyer and you have smoke and you want smoke back really quick, this might be not a bad idea for you. To me, I think the smoke comes up pretty quick anyway, so I don't use it, especially if you're using premium smoke, which I highly recommend for destroyers. Expert marksman. For ships that have slower gun turret speeds, this is great because it's increased your gun turret speed by 0.7 seconds and 0.25 seconds. It's not bad, so you can really get your gun speed down, especially if you take the modules to help it out. Torpedo acceleration. Destroyers that have long-range torpedoes like the Shimakaze and the Sashio have 20k torpedoes. You can literally reduce it down to their 16k, and it gives them a faster speed on their plus 5% speed on their speed, so they can travel long distance faster. Smoke screen. This was pretty good, especially if you're in, say, the Belfast. It gives you a larger screen, so you can actually move and position your ship around in the screen a little bit better, and it makes it a little harder for them to know exactly where you're at in the screen. Also with destroyers, the same concept. Especially if you're laying smoke down for ships behind you, this will give them more smoke to keep from being detected. Granted, it's up to the ship commander that you're smoking up to know the range of their detectability, because now with your firing guns and smoke, you can be seen up to a certain range. A rear gunner. So if you have self-defense armament of aircraft with rear guns, this would be like your bombers and torpedoes. Have a rear gunner, really helps them out. So adrenaline rush, this one's really awesome. If you have a Des Moines like I do, put this on there, and as you take damage, it actually increases how fast you can fire your guns, and you can inflict a lot of damage in a short period of time. Last stand, I take this on every ship that is a destroyer, sometimes cruisers, depending on if it's a light cruiser or heavy cruiser. This skill allows me to keep moving even though my engine's taken out or steering gears are taken out. Very good. So, tier, see, a three-point skill. First one's basic survivability. This increases your time of repair. Not bad. So you can repair your ship when you hit the damage control party, or not have to use your damage control party as often because fires will go out faster, flooding will go faster. However, you're still going to use if you get flooding, you're still going to use your damage control party. So survivability expert. For each tier of ship, you add 350 points of HP per tier. So when you get to tier 10, you're looking at 3,500 hit points extra. I'm a destroyer captain, so I'm obviously going to take torpedo armament expertise. This is reducing my time to take torpedoes. Any ship that has torpedoes may consider this. However, I think it's a waste on cruisers. You may consider taking this with the Japanese cruisers that have the torpedoes in the rear, and they are pretty slick at ambushing around islands. Another aircraft carrier skill. This allows you to launch your aircraft even though your aircraft carrier is on fire. Pretty cool, and before this skill you weren't able to launch until the fire was out. Basic firing training. So this here is very useful, especially if you have main guns of 139mm or smaller, plus your secondary battery. So it increases the reload time of those guns, and it increases your AA damage output. So if you're playing a game with aircraft carriers and a cruiser, this could be a decisive factor for you. Even in some destroyers, this will really help you out, because it'll take your firing range on a destroyer from 10 kilometers to about 12.3 kilometers, maybe a little bit further, depending on the gun, as long as your gun isn't above the 139mm. Alright, as a destroyer captain, superintendent's awesome. It gives you an extra smoke. I take premium smoke, so I have 4. And you see I also take premium speed and hydro. But if you don't take premium, that'll give you three charges of each. Not bad. Another ship you can take this on and really do well, or ships you can take it on and really do well. Cruisers, Moscow, so you have the extra radar. Battleships, so you can have the extra damage control party. Heal your ship faster, extra heals, that kind of stuff. Demolition expert, increase the chance of fire by 2%. So this one is really good, especially with Russian destroyers, Russian ships, cruisers, British battleships. This is really good. It just makes it really good for you setting fires and increase your damage output. Vigilance allows you to spot torpedoes at 25% acquisition, so you're going to spot them. You normally spot them at 1.4 or 2.7 depending on the torpedo. Now you're going to spot them at 2 kilometers or almost 4 kilometers depending on which ship and what type of torpedoes they have. Manual control fire. Secondary armor is the first one in the 4 skill point column. This one's really awesome for battleships, especially of the German and French type. You can actually, by hitting control and click on a ship, you can actually manually select a target for your secondaries to increase the damage of your secondaries. Fire prevention, increase your time to put out fires. Battleships is about the only thing you're going to need that on. So inertia fuse for HE shells. As you can see, this actually increases the chance of penetrating with the HE round and decreases your chance of fire with these shells. So if you take Demolition Expert and this, that's a combo. It usually works very well on cruisers and destroyers that have low penetration ability with their HE, and it can inflict fire on the inside of the ship. So you can actually do a lot of damage with that. So it's kind of nice. I normally don't take it on anything. What's really good on is British battleships, especially when you're shooting long range. This here, another aircraft carrier ability, increases your squadron by 1, so it gives you an extra plane per squadron. Another AA ability, very good on American cruisers, battleships, and any other ship that you want to increase your firing range. To do so, your gun has to be below the 139mm requirement, and this will take your, if you're going to take this ability on the German or French, you're going to want this, because it increases your range of your secondary guns as well as the AA firing range. So your secondary guns on a British or a German ship can reach almost 11 kilometers with this ability when you get to tier 8 and above. Pretty cool. And the French can actually hit 12.2 kilometers with flags. No, don't forget your flags. Manual fire control for AA. I don't know anybody that takes this, but it increases your firing range or damage output for planes to 100% for any caliber above 85 millimeter against a priority target. So radio location, I'm in a destroyer. This indication is information telling me where the ships are, because most ships you're going to see where the lead ship's going, and there's a lot of ships following it. It's going to only indicate the closest ship to your location. I didn't notice that before, but this skill does not work if the player is playing with an aircraft carrier. And one skill that every ship but a battleship, but even battleships take it, because it's really good to reduce the range that you can be detected. And with the destroyers, it's absolutely awesome. Cruisers, it's awesome. Aircraft carriers, it really makes you be able to hide, which whatever. I don't know too many aircraft carriers that's going to hide from you, but there it is. And I don't know too many battleships that's going to be able to hide from you, but it's a skill that you can take. It's very worth it. So yep, so I hope this helps my clan members and anybody else out there looking to change their skills or maybe look at what they're going to do. As far as builds go, I would recommend you guys check out Notser's site and look at his commander skills and other folks that's out there. So yeah, so thanks for watching. Thanks.